apparently.
All right, let's
5G,
jump right in
Didn't
and
start
talk
as
more
5G.
about this. Shannon,
Pretty
I'm going to
compelling
start
about
with
the
you.
system.
Is this what it sounds like when doves fly?
Flip Bidries, right? Safety guy in town.
I think so. Perhaps Prince said it a little bit better than that, but I think when we look at what happened today, if you if you think about what the market was anticipating, we certainly, I think we're
like
prepared
I said,
to
the money
talk
comes
about
in
a
the
taper
pipes.
prior
Why
to
have the
year-end.
overhead? I was
But
cut
what
out of
want
Dex's boss. I
stress
shouldn't
is
have had
that
extra on
there
it,
was
and that means there's
talk
trouble.
of data,
SCP
data.
Foundation,
There's a dependency
sales
here
went
that
up.
Powell and the rest of the FMOC
It means
continue to
two
point
wrong.
to in thinking about
Like
the
in
dual
the season,
mandate. It's
sick full should
inflation
have been
and
this.
employment.
The pin
And
on
whether
that,
inflation
business,
is
and knowing the SCP
transitory or
Foundation,
somewhat
top the business,
transitory or
and people are
potentially more
talking.
sticky,
Back
the
to the
employment side of the
secretary,
equation is
press
still not back to
secretary
where it
from
needs to
the
be
White
in
House
their
today
view.
about
And
knowing the
so
dirty.
if you think
I
about
want your glass back
dissecting this
on
statement and you
what that
separate
is inside of there,
tapering
because
from rate hikes,
you are
and
Murphy,
we're
you
looking
got
out
you
well
got
into
a
2023,
high
I
low
think,
probability.
still
I was doing
for
information
additional
shit. I
rate
could have been
hikes,
in charge,
then the
but
market
somebody
should
else was in there, and it
anticipate
kind
a
of
lower for
made a
longer
problem for
interest
me
rate
being
environment.
IMA.
And for me, what that
well, being a
points to
soldier
is
come in, there's still
potential moderation in
informational on that. I
economic
was
growth just
supposed
from a
to do that.
year-over-year
There's
perspective.
the line
And
right
then
here.
you couple that with likely
Gravity.
this lower for longer
And that
interest rate
makes
environment.
this straight.
Wow, that really,
Nice,
to
tight
me, points to
45.
high-quality growth stocks as being a great opportunity in the next couple of years.
Like I said, this
Let's go to a
becomes
guy
Russell
now that was
2000.
actually in the movie
Buried.
Purple
This
Rain,
is
and that, of course,
when
is Pete
you're
Najarian.
jumping on
Pete,
that,
I mean,
you're jumping
tapering
on.
is not tightening. And I think that's
So
the
the
key
stock
message. Some people
market
viewed this
would
at
be
first
what's in
kind of
town. What's
semi-hawkish.
realistic
Oh, the
on
taper may happen
why
earlier.
you don't want to
The
talk shit.
reality
It
is
was a
until
bad
employment,
deal.
and Powell hit
It's
us over the head with this, bang, bang,
you
bang.
know, when I'm
that
going to
until
the, when I
employment, to
take
Shannon's
you
point,
guys and I
pops
say
up,
your mission
we're
go
not going to be
around is
tightening,
talking to
are we?
Stonemason, OSHA, stock market guy in town for the director
but
of
I will tell you
information
this,
technology,
the
the prison
tapering is going to be an
guy,
interesting thing,
numbers,
Brian,
who's
because
getting what
there is a
on the
divide within the
on
Fed.
stock.
We know that. We've heard so many on either side of the
Gives you a
of
basic
this
index
issue
early
that
in
are
on
looking for things to happen at
the
a much
long
more
game.
accelerated
Some
pace than
things
what
are
we're
gonna
hearing
rock
from
that
Chairman
thing.
Powell. So I tend to always look at the boss, and the boss is Chairman Powell, and I listen to what he had to say. And yes, some of these numbers that they're looking at right now. There are certain parts of the market that I think it makes some
Money
sense. And I
is
was just
an
listening to
indicator
Shannon
spring
talking about,
comes in
hey,
low on
she's
the
looking for this
value for what it can
definitely when
do on
she's
the
talking
T-note,
about some of
starting
the
to skid
areas that
across
could
the
be
pond at
impacted
those
most and what
values.
might actually accelerate
Nobody's
even
in it
faster.
for 10
if
years.
we're lower for
These
longer,
many
I
people
think
are in it
that
for
many of us
5,
already
2
see exactly what potentially
tables.
is out there, Brian, whether that means we're talking about certain parts of the market in those sectors. But I think there's also
security defense stock
just
way
kind
up
of
right now. I mean,
ability
they
to
have
maybe
that
take
table.
a breath. And the reason I
That's
say
money.
that is,
How do I make
you know,
money out
everybody's
of it?
trying to
And
figure
back
this
to
thing
Lowe's
out,
number
and
on
it's
floor
very
production.
confusing, and we're getting so many different mixed messages.
So
but I think
they're
when it's all
supposed to
said and
pump
done, I
one
think
through,
Chairman
one
Powell's going to
through,
have
one
the
through,
votes to be
1,000
able to
times
keep
left
things
over before the
where it is
31st.
and where he's most comfortable right now, given the data that we've got. We still have to deal with Delta variant as well.
I simulator
Yeah, we
paper
do.
trade
And Jim,
like
I'm
a
looking at some
ball,
research from
right?
LPL and some others. They do not believe that we will see interest rate hikes from the Fed until maybe 2023.
So they become
Would you agree?
players on the game. So you would say Jim,
I would
of course,
agree,
across
but I
the
have
board.
to say that
Being
the
a
confidence
standard
interval
model
has to
chart
be pretty
master for what you're
wide
doing this week
when you're
at the
predicting out,
basic
a
ground
year and a
zero
half
level.
from now.
And
I think
two,
the major point to
anything
drive home, though, is
under
that whether
the
we
no
taper in November,
operator
December, or January
in
is
a
totally
system, get me
irrelevant
back
to what
to
the
trig,
market
and I'll
does. That's
polarize
those
it
months,
under those systems,
they're all the
lock
same as
those
far as
3
I'm
in
concerned.
place, give you the
And whether
stone
the
mill
first rate hike is
application and
December of
job,
2022
throw you out
or
there.
February of
Computer programmer
2023
version of
is
that.
also going
Clock
to be
in, go
irrelevant.
do
Remember the
computer
last
programmer
cycle,
stuff,
you saw
still
the first rate hike
programming
in
the
December
saw.
of 2015, and there were 3 years worth of powerful gains after
Black
that.
Holes Week.
Now, I'm thinking also, Sully, to how you opened the show with pointing out the records
Get
on
'em
the
all, and
indices,
then
and
you
people
got a
may be
crew
saying,
that's
well, it's too
awesome. What are you
expensive
doing
for me.
with it?
I think that's wrong. I think you've got to look underneath the indices and look at particularly the
government
reopening trades,
It's all-
which still are way off of their highs from back in May. There's a lot of opportunity there. Don't miss the trees for the forest.
And Jason, planning for the show, I sent the team a chart of the forward PE ratio on the S&P 500, because even as stock prices have gone up, to Jim's point, the forward PE has actually come
That's what we
down
got.
to about 22.1.
Just got done with those
because
3
earnings
calculus class
were so good.
President
We're not talking
Biden's
about earnings.
curtains.
We're talking more
Play
about
it
the
out
Fed.
in the
What are
simulator.
you
How does
advising
it
your
affect? Well,
clients to be
my
focused
guys
on
on the
right now?
system are going to have to make moves like this to enrich it
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
American
So
and
obviously this
Chinese
year has been about
variables,
earnings
right?
growth,
Bluestone
and to
militia
your
going to
point,
undermine
Sully,
the Chinese.
we've seen that this
Bluestone
year, and,
standards
just kind of taking a
on
step
what
back and looking at the
the
Fed commentary
Chinese phone
from
book
Chairman
and
Powell earlier
Chinese
today,
number is
and
going
some
to
of the
be.
other presidents that we've listened to this week. Clearly, as Shannon mentioned, I mean, there's 2 mandates. There's a labor mandate and there's an
Damn.
inflationary mandate. And it sounds like we've met that inflationary mandate for sure. And the labor market has steadily been improving over the last several months. So for me, whether we start to taper
Caucasian,
now
not
or
white.
taper 3 months from now, I think it's all about the velocity in which we do it and the timeline between tapering and tightening. I think that's an important concept
How do you
to
get
look
born
at as we look at it from an
what did I
investment
do?
perspective.
Fuck it. This is the stock market for me.
We did it again.
Oh, I can hang
Verizon
in
has
here
been named
longer.
America's
For
most
me,
reliable
we're
network
done. We
by
killed that
metrics.
horse.
And our
So
customers
inside
rated us
here, I'm
number one
hitting.
for network
For
quality
you,
in America,
you're
according to
hitting
J.D. Power.
Chief
Proving
over
there's
there,
only
the
one
Secretary
best
of
network.
Defense over there. You're in his ear, being his shadow. What's the stock on this thing? I don't know. You got to tell me how it works on the Horn of Africa, brother. A computer programmer got to tell me how a computer programmer do. And well, Newsom, you already saw him get out there and try the board meeting for sure. I don't know if you caught that video. He's like, what do you do if the other guy gets the judges and we don't get to control that anymore? Well, that's a fucking problem. I mean, you should have been playing Gravity and you didn't have to worry about what judges you do. You could stand in front of 12 Texas bull farmer judges, sheriffs, kids on what it is inside of here, the fucking farm, and be fine. Nah,